Hello and thank you for joining me. This is Freewill Tarot. My name is Harmony. Hello. And this reading is going to be for the sign of Virgo. Hello, Virgo, and thank you for joining me. I start out doing my readings by giving you a couple of messages that Spirit really wants you to hear off top. And then we're going to go into the tarot portion of the reading, okay? So with that being said, Virgo, let's go ahead and get started. Virgos, y'all guys started out with the Angel of Balance. So this could be where things in your life are a little bit out of balance. Maybe you're working too much. Maybe you're focusing more on other things as far as, your emotional state. Maybe you're focusing more on finances. Maybe you're focusing more on, just anything that makes you feel a little bit like you're out of balance. Your focus is not focused. If that makes sense, your focus is not focused. You're feeling a little bit out of balance. Maybe you feel like it's too much demanding your time, where it's your job. Maybe you have some projects. Maybe, you're not focused a lot on yourself or your family at this time. But somewhere in your life, you feel a little bit out of balance here. So this is why Spirit is giving you the card of the Angel of Balance. So when you pull this card, Virgo, it's a time for you to call upon the Angel of Balance here to kind of help you rebalance or refocus on what it is that you need to be more focused on. Okay, it's kind of like a timeout to kind of get back focused. You also have the Conviction card here, okay, Virgo, but this is in reverse. So usually it's upright, it's conviction, okay, but for you guys it came out in reverse. Could be again why you had the balance card here. So some of you are like out of balance. So let's go ahead and read this to you. It says, doubt may be weakening your manifestations. Rebuild your belief by reinforcing positive thoughts. So again, some of you are not, you maybe prayed for something. Maybe you prayed for something in the past or over a period of time. You manifested. You've been visualizing. Some of you might have vision boards. Some of you just in your mind here of where you kind of wanted something, but it hasn't came to fruition, which is now starting, some of you are starting to doubt if you're ever going to have the thing that it is that you want. Or you starting to not believe that you could ever even attain or have certain things, right? Some of you it's in love. I do have some love here. But for some of you, it could be just like personal projects or personal goals that you set. You reached a certain level. And Virgo, real quick, you guys are perfectionists, right? And you could be very, very critical and self-critical as well, because you kind of want the best outcome, or you kind of try to control the situation to get the best outcome. And nothing is ever good enough, so because you're perfectionists, right? And so when things don't start to go that way, you could probably start having a little doubt or self-doubt or doubting the whole thing itself here, right? So Spirit is calling on you to kind of regain back focus here and get back in balance. Again, call on the Angel of Balance here. All you have to do is say the Angel of Balance, come into me, right? And it's going to try to help you get back into realignment here for some of you. And I say that because there's a real big emphasis, Virgo, on you guys not having faith at this time. Spirit is calling on you to have faith in a certain situation in your life. And I'm going to read this to you, okay? Virgo, it says, faith sustains manifestations even when there's no visible evidence. Keep believing. Strengthen your faith by affirming that everything is working out in your favor. So again, some of you could be having some self-doubt or doubting in a certain project, or doubting in a certain relationship, or doubt in if you're ever going to have certain things or have that kind of happy home life or family that you think you're going to have, if you're ever going to have that successful situation that some of you have manifested a dream on, or all the wealth there, some of you manifested wealth and security and finances, and it hasn't came in yet, and or the relationship hasn't came in yet, or the ideal relationship. And some of you are starting to have a little bit of doubt on it. So Spirit is trying to regain your focus here with the Angel of Balance and these faith cards and the Conviction card in reverse. They're trying to regain you back to focused on having faith here, because they are, believe it or not, Virgo, behind the scenes trying to work things out for your manifestations and your prayers to come into realignment for you. But it's hard to do that when we're losing our faith in it, when we're, we're not really believing in those things anymore, right? So it's kind of hard to deliver it. It doesn't work that way. You have to have the faith. Even though it hasn't happened, you have to still believe that you're going to achieve those things or have those things in order for God and Spirit to work in your favor to bring them into existence for you. If you're not having the faith in those things, if you're starting to doubt those things and be self-critical and doubtful, then it's hard for them to line that up for you, okay? So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the tarot portion of your reading here, Virgo. You start out here with the Liberation card here. So again, this is in reverse, which is a good thing for it to be in. So a lot of you are coming out of this energy that you could have been in. Maybe you had some disappointments or some setbacks in certain things, relationships, career. It could be anything, a project you were working on, but maybe you had some setbacks here. And Spirit is saying here, take back control by raising, let me start over. Take control by releasing self-imposed limitations and reclaim your freedom. So again, this is the advice for you. So some of you have been dealing with things that have not came into fruition. Maybe that perfect job you were searching for, or all this money, or this kind of perfect life you manifested and prayed for, or this perfect relationship where someone comes in and love you for who you are. And you start to now think, oh, those things will never happen for me, or that doesn't happen for me. And you start now, that puts you in a self-imposed prison here. That starts to limit you, okay? And that starts to limit what God and Spirit can deliver to you, because now you've taken this as a belief, right? Instead of, that's not the reality, but that starts to limit what can happen and what can manifest for you here, Virgo. I say that because in the past here you have the Four Cups here, and this is the melancholy card, okay, Virgo? So if you see this card, you see that right there in that cloud. That is the hand of God offering you, yes, you, a brand new opportunity, a brand new direction in life, okay? They're offering you this cup. But you, and this is in your past here, so, you know, some of you have transitioned out of this energy, but this was the energy that a lot of you were in. So the Four Cups is where this person is more focused on these old cups, right? They're more focused on what was done to them, or what was said, or, you know, being dissatisfied as well, right? They're focused on what has hurt them. You know, they're more focused on what was than what could be. Okay, they're more focused on what has happened than what they can create. And Spirit and God is trying to offer you a new cup to create something brand new, right? That's why that light is casting down. But this person is still focused on what was, the past pain, the past hurts, the past disappointments. And Spirit is saying to you, emotional dissatisfaction may be clouding your ability to receive new blessings, okay? So again, like I said, Spirit is trying to offer you something brand new here, Virgo. But you can't, you know, they can't deliver it to you when you're still focused on the past, or you're focused on past hurts, or past relationships, or doubts, or what was done to you, whether it was from family, whether it was from past relationships or friendships, or when you're focused on old things, old identities, old wounds. And they're trying to bring you in brand new things and brand new blessings. And how do you get those things? Is by releasing and letting go of what was, because it doesn't serve you anymore. It's the past. It's gone. But when you hold on to them, it's hard to create something new. You'll have a relationship, but you'll get the same outcome. You'll have a project you start, but it won't go as perfectly as you planned. And why? Is because you have this mind or this belief that those things don't happen for you, or you're, oh, here we go again. You know, you tell yourself that, right? You also have the manifestation card. Again, this is the Magician here. And this is where Spirit is trying to tell you here that you have the power, Virgo, to create the life and the destiny you want. And they are wanting to give you that. You also have the Ace of Cups here. For some of you, this is in the, you know, retrospect to love. Some of you maybe been in relationships that have been painful, or where you felt like you wasn't seen or validated for who you were, or appreciated for who you were. Some of you, this is where you feel like you gave too much to certain things, jobs, projects, and you wasn't appreciated or validated for who you were and what you brought to the table. But while you grow, you know, you drew the Magician card. For Spirit is trying to tell you that you are the creator of your own reality. And you have everything within you, Virgo, to create what it is that you want. First of all, it starts with belief and remove doubt, okay? Some of you are dealing with some hidden emotions, or you're dealing with some kind of illusions, or where someone is hiding something from you, lying to you, or you are holding something hidden from yourself, like you're not being honest with yourself about certain things here. Because here we have the illusion card here, right? Some of you, it is when it comes to relationships. Maybe you're holding on to a false illusion when it comes to relationships, or how you believe relationships are. Maybe you have a negative outlook on relationships because of your past. Or some of you are dealing with an existing relationship where there is some kind of illusions here, okay? It says things are not as they appear. Subconscious patterns and hidden emotions may be at play. So again, sometimes when we've been hurt or we've been disappointed in the past, I'm sorry about that, we tend to relive those things in our new realities, right? It's the past, but we bring it back up. We tell ourselves, oh, here we go again, or this person is just like this, or we limit ourselves by holding ourselves back and thinking we need to protect ourselves so we don't never have to feel hurt or disappointment again. We can only depend on ourselves, and we can only control a certain outcome by the way that we do things, and this causes limitations. And that also is an illusion, right? Because that's really not how things work. We're only doing that because we feel like we have to protect ourselves because we've been hurt. Okay, here, Virgo, listen. Spirit's calling on you. It's a time for you to do some reflecting here. This is the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles tells you to look at everything that you're investing in. Where are you investing your energy and your time and your money, your love, your attention? Because it's time for you to take stock on that. If those things are not bearing fruit, meaning you're not getting a return on these investments, if you're not feeling the love that you need to feel in a relationship, if you're not feeling what you need to feel where it's at a certain job or a certain project, it's a time for you to have reflecting here and try to reevaluate what it is that you need to continue to invest in and what you need to withdraw from, and start planting seeds to invest in something new. This is the end of March and of the approach of April, so it is about harvest time. It's time to plant new seeds to, spring to be sprung, right? So that is what is calling on you. Some of it's going to be in your financial sector, where you might be looking at your finances, your money. A lot of you, I do feel like this is going to be in your personal relationships, whether it is a romantic relationship or friendships, or just the relationship you have with yourself. But it is a call for you to kind of reflect on that at this time, Virgo, and go within and look at yourself. A lot of you need to learn something new. You have the Page of Pentacles here. You have the Page of Pentacles here twice, so it is a time of study here, studying, learning something new here for yourself here, Virgo. And to release some things from the past. The Ten of Wands is burdens, but it's things that you've been carrying on your back for a very long time. This is past pains, regrets, doubts, fear, and a lot of responsibilities. You're putting a lot of things on your shoulders, saying that you're the only one that can do it. You only trust yourself to do it. You don't trust anybody else to do it. But when you do that, you put a lot of responsibilities on your back, and then you turn around and complain about that. So Spirit is calling on you to free yourself from that here. Why? Because it's a completion time here. You have the World card here, so it's a time of completion and starting new things. And the only way to start new things is when you drop these wands, when you drop these old responsibilities and start creating something new here with the Empress here, okay? You also have, which I can't get too far into, and my time is running out, so please like, subscribe, and share so I have more time. Spirit is calling on you guys to use your intuition here at this time, Virgo. So a lot of you do have a lot of internal sparks within you, Virgo, where you kind of feel like where it is around your love life or your career, where you might just be going with the motions of things. But Spirit is telling you, because this is you are the Hermit card in Tarot. So it's calling on you to shine your light here and use your intuition about things that are in your life here, and look at what is really worth investing into at this time. Are you're worth investing into new projects, things that's going to bring you more freedom and more liberation, things that's going to bring you more financial abundance and success, things that are going to build a new creative empire for you, or a new structure for you. It is time for you to highlight and look within those things more than just passive by of looking at things, of taking bits and pieces of things, or just letting life go by here. It's a time for you to create here, Virgo. I can't stress that enough, because you have the manifestation card here twice. So Spirit is wanting you to drop new seeds here in the world. Some of you are experiencing delays at this time here, right? But it's delayed because It says frustration may be mounting as things are unfolding quickly and not as smoothly as you expected. So again, that's why you had the angel of balance here, and they told you to kind of reverse, how you see things, to have faith here. Okay, continue to believe in, even if things are not unfolding in the way that you believe or wanted them to be. Do not give up on what you silently pray for. I don't care what you tell other people, but what you silently pray for. If you want to have a happy life and a happy family and a happy relationship, you can. But if you're on your outside world, you tell people that you don't believe in that or you don't want that, then it's hard for it to manifest in your real life, and that's why you don't see it. Okay, you'll get the broken relationships. If you can't release some of the past hurts and disappointments and setbacks, and you kind of keep going with the same kind of function, or you keep showing up in the same thing and you keep tolerating the same kind of situations, then that's what those things will keep happening. That's why Spirit is telling you to kind of liberate yourself here. Free yourself from self-imposed, prison here, from lies, illusions, things that you're telling yourself that doesn't serve you at this time, and start creating something new. And you do that with the power of belief that you can. All right? That is what I have for you, Virgo. I really hope this helped. Please like, subscribe, share. I look forward to reading some of you guys' comments. Please leave me comments and let me know how this resonated with you. Until you're back here, bye for now. Remember that you are well loved, and to, stay faithed up. I'm not going to say prayed up, stay faithed up. I know we've got a lot of things going on in the world. And I know y'all are very, very powerful, Virgo. I know a lot of Virgos. I think you guys are amazing. And I want to let you know that, if you do find yourself at this time going through certain things or having self-doubt or being overly critical of yourself at this time, I want you to kind of reverse that and look at all the things you have overcome in your life, and you draw power from that. Not power out of fear, not power from what has happened, but what you have overcome. Okay, that is what I have for you, Virgo. Know that you are loved, and bye for now.